So STEM, even though it's an acronym where all the letters are together, like it's often treated as, well, science is separate from technology, which is separate from engineering, which is separate from math. So what do you recommend for teachers who are trying to make those connections across and within those different silos?
Yeah, great question, Jared. So number one, I'm a math teacher. I'm a high school math teacher. I'm not like a quote unquote STEM teacher, the kids for STEM class or anything. But what I do, of course, I'm showing my kids how my algebra that I'm teaching or geometry that I'm teaching connects to their world. But I'm also showing them how those things connect to digital marketing, how they connect to art, how they connect to business. I'll collaborate a lot of times. Like if I come across a resource, especially that I happen to notice because it's mathy or sciencey, I share that with the art teacher if it's got a great artistic connection. And likewise, when she notices something, she shares it back with me, something that she knows that I might find enjoyable. And I think a lot of educators, if we just said, I don't have to feel like I'm an expert or a know-it-all. All I'm doing is I'm just sharing a resource I came across with one of my colleagues. I'd want somebody to do that to me, so I'm just going to do it with them. And it's such a simple, powerful thing because we all see different things in our social media feeds or the websites that we go to. Instead of just having like one set of eyes looking for stuff that's great for your classroom, what if your whole school, your whole staff was looking for things that were great for your classroom?
I like that. I particularly would use reverse engineering practices to find new ideas for projects like to create with kids. So either while I was playing a video game or if I'd like watch something on YouTube, I'd be like, I wonder how I could make that in Scratch or in Swift or whatever, just to find those connections and like fun ways in engaging in computer science in particular.
That's also where on social media, when somebody posts a question, I love that when educators say, like just this afternoon, somebody asked me, hey, I'm going to be doing a unit on the Amazon. So I'm instantly in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is probably like elementary teacher, thinking about geography, thinking about social studies. And they're like, how could I connect some STEM things to it? Well, when teachers post those kinds of questions in their network, their professional learning network, they're instantly going to get resources and ideas from a lot of people. Again, it's that crowdsourcing does a whole lot more than just when it's that one person.
What about, have you had experience with any colleagues who are resistant to it? And I say this as somebody with a background in music education. And like, I think of some of my music ed colleagues who are like, technology doesn't have a place with quote, real instruments and whatnot. And it's like, well, I beg to differ.
Yeah, you'd beg to differ. So would I, Jared. Google Chrome Music Lab is an incredible resource that educators could use. The band OK Go makes amazing music videos, but they use science and technology, engineering, and math to craft those videos to make them all work. Like they recorded a video in 4.5 seconds for one of their songs. And when they slowed down the frame rate, it all lined up to the beat, every single step. And the great thing is they've shared a bunch of that content on a website so that educators can find it and use that. And again, leverage those interests, those passions that kids have to find new ways to say, oh yeah, this STEM, this math, this science, whatever I'm learning, it really does connect to things that I'm interested in. And, we can just be patient. We'll convert the whole world to understand that STEM is part of the world.
Yeah, I like that. One advice that I have given to some teachers about that particular topic is find somebody who can be an advocate who also speaks their language. So with me, with my background in music education, I just say, just send them to me. I'll talk to them. Like I'll send them Flight of the Bumblebee where it's played on like this grid of buttons as opposed to on a piano. Like they'll look at that and go, oh, wait, you're creating quote real music, but you just happen to be using a different tool for it.
So many neat things out there. And again, the internet is filled with so many super resources because again, you've crowdsourced ideas and everybody is so creative. Everybody wants to be noticed on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with the most creative thing they can. And all we have to do as educators is just sit back and find them.
This excerpt of the CSK8 podcast is from episode number 59, which is titled Daily STEM with Chris Woods. You can listen to the full episode as well as hundreds more by searching for the CSK8 podcast on your favorite podcast app or by going to jaredoleary.com.